Hi guys, this is Vysh. A very unfortunate incident happened today, and I was not supposed to make a video on this, and I'm still not making it. This video is not to comment on what happened, but the topic depression, we had it in our list of topics as part of our mentorship in 2021. We had this topic about motivation, depression, overthinking, and all. So it was there. You would have seen it, okay, already in this particular 14th number row in every previous video. And I was making the first video itself, all these topics were shown to you. So depression was one topic which I was supposed to make next week, but because this incident happened, I thought I'll combine it together and tell you, because it's the right time, because students are there. There are many students who go and take this kind of drastic steps. So it's unfortunate, but whatever I can do to help you people or make you understand how special you are, I'll try to do in this video. Okay, and we'll do some technicalities also, because we have to understand what is today's issue. Now, sadness versus depression versus clinical depression. This is something which you should understand, because whatever happened today is not a normal step which was taken in a hurry, or it is not something which happened. Okay, it is not because of like social media. A lot of many things are coming. People are passing their own judgments. They are passing bad comments about him, like he could not overcome his love life or love failure, or maybe some job related thing or film related thing. You have no right to do this. Okay, so please don't do this. You don't know anything about a person, so please stop doing that. I'll tell you details. So one slide we'll do the technicalities also, like what are the symptoms, causes, and things which happen around in technical, okay, medical, international medical documents I'm going to show you. It's not something from news items. And how you can help someone, the suicides in India, the rate, and then the tip for you as a UPSC aspirant, because that is what I do best. I can guide you well. That's what I've been doing since last 3-4 years, and so that will be my focus. Okay, more focus will be on that. Others are just supporting things which you should know, a little bit of technicalities. So there are many medical conditions, like depression is there, clinical depression is there, within which there are many branches again. Then anxiety, panic attacks, you would have heard all these terms. Bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, mental illness, memory loss, dementia itself, like memory loss, you have this Alzheimer's disease is there, Parkinson's disease is there. These are different things. Even in your family circle or relative circle, you would have seen some people having these problems. So these are all medical conditions which are mental medical conditions. And there is something called Paralysis syndrome, which again they are slightly relating to today what happened also. Like people are there who taste success, okay, every time they have done good in their school, college, then job, then their dream, they get everything, but they always have been doing this, and so suddenly if some slight failure happens, okay, something very minor might happen, these people may not be able to handle that pressure. Okay, they see it as something big. Okay, I'm not talking about today's person. Okay, we will not discuss about what happened today. Okay, that's what I have mentioned here. We are no one to comment on someone's life. So again, you also please don't do. If you have already done, go and delete that post what you have done. Don't comment on anybody's life. You have posted his picture like telling rest in peace or whatever, it is fine. Okay, that is a human tendency which we do, that is fine, but please don't tell anything about his life, anybody. Okay, in future also, any death happens, anything, somebody is gone, he's gone, his parents are suffering, so don't do any judgment. Okay, now this sadness, depression, first you have to understand there are many myths. Okay, at teenage level, students or everyone, we ourselves, we go through this mental changes, okay, mental physical changes, where we are reacting fast, we get angry faster, we get emotional faster. That is a phase when everybody gets sad. Okay, but that is a normal kind of depression. It is not what happened today is something called clinical depression, which I'll talk in the next slide. So these myths which people are spreading around, okay, you would have seen like the quotes or WhatsApp messages where people tell the most depressed people are the ones who are always online, the most depressed people are the ones who have no friends. Okay, so these kind of things which you see in WhatsApp, this is not what we are going to discuss today. Okay, always online, stop talking all of a sudden, frequent mood swings, unpredictable nature, sometimes very cheerful, creative, sometimes doing nothing, crying for small things. This is actually not the depression we are dealing with here. Okay, the serious depression. Okay, these are normal behavior of 90%. Every one of you watching this video, you would have gone through all these phases. Okay, you would also be like for some time you are alone, you are always online, you have nothing to do, you are trying to be more creative, or sometimes you do nothing at all, you overeat, you oversleep. There are many things which happens. Okay, but that is not what is actual depression or clinical depression. Now the sadness and depression, this is directly taken from a US website which is working towards healing from mental illness since many decades. So from that I've taken, it's nothing which I have made it up, or it's not an Indian masala news item. Okay, so sadness and depression like you will feel low at a moment, that is sadness, okay, for any small thing. Maybe you saw a movie and you felt like that was like devastating, I felt very depressing. You will tell that word, I feel depressing, okay, and that is just a moment. Or maybe for one day, next day when you see the next movie, it goes away. Or maybe you lose in a match which you are playing, okay, very important match, you lose, and you are totally sad for maybe 2 months, 3 months, and when the next season comes, next match comes, you win, okay, that time everything goes away. That is called sadness and overcoming sadness. But depression is where you have this miserable feeling for long time, and you have this hopelessness, okay, you feel like you are good for nothing, like I cannot win this match ever, how come he beat me, okay. The next point is that one, self-esteem. You take it on your self-esteem when it comes to depression, okay, your ego gets hurt, you feel you cannot overcome this ever. What if that person goes and tell everyone that he beat me, okay. So this, you take it seriously on your brain, and your brain starts getting changed, okay. It's not only mental change, physically it gets changed, and there are proven studies which I'll show you in the next slide. So your reaction is appropriate when it comes to sadness, okay. It's okay, you lose a match, or your favorite team lost a match, you can be sad, it's a normal behavior. But when it comes to depression, you are extremely reactive, okay. You are extremely reacting, you don't know what you will do. Many people around you also don't know how you will react in a particular situation, okay. That unpredictableness will come when it comes to depression, okay. And when it is sad, it's visible from your face, or the way the things you do, it is visible, and you talk to people, you cry in front of them, and that gets solved. But when it comes to depression, it is like your outside personality and internal personality is totally different, okay. You go to your work, you are excellent, brilliant, you do your presentation, or if you are a stage personality, you talk your whatever, okay, you do that presentation skill, everything is done. Or your job, programming, you do programming well, you do your physical work, everything is good. But when you, at one moment when the camera is off, or when your boss goes away, you come back to your room, you are like totally isolated, you feel like you are again good for nothing. Or what if tomorrow my job goes away, okay. That is my next point, I think, okay. Realistic and not fearing when it comes to sadness. But depression is like your thoughts are distorted, and it's totally unreasonable. Nobody knows like why are you even thinking like that. Nothing has happened right now, but still you are thinking like, what if everything goes away. You cannot even think of a situation where what if everything goes away, meaning you cannot rebuild yourself, you don't have the courage to rebuild yourself. So that your brain keeps thinking, manipulating, and like you cannot know like what you will do in the next minute, okay. Like even you cannot know, then how can others know who are standing beside you? So that is the level of depression, and that's how you can differentiate between sadness and depression, okay. It's completely extreme, it's not simple as you feel. So now clinical depression, as I tell, it's again a more serious thing, and it's like the suicidal deaths happening are huge numbers even in developed countries like USA. And it leads to these things, you're like withdrawing from the normal life activities, okay. You don't feel like doing anything unless it's like an important meeting which we are forced to go to office. You don't feel like doing anything, even if it's a Sunday or if it's a holiday, you don't do anything for yourself, you simply sit in a gloomy way. And the rate they tell is like one suicide every 1 minute. That is like debatable and all, but this is how they have mentioned in their website. Now feeling depressed is different from actual depression, like I told. Like you can feel depressed or devastated by normal life events, like everybody goes through: losing a job, being bankrupt, losing a game, having a breakup, sudden demise of someone you loved, or simply even a movie. It can make you feel depressed, okay, feel depressed. But that is not what is that actual depression where you have to go and take medications or you have these suicidal thoughts, okay. It's a very, very different thing. So because as I told, these things will vanish. This will vanish when you do something to overcome that. You will do it to overcome that. That is how you difference between normal depression and clinical depression. This is a medical disorder, okay, clinical depression. It is also called major depression disorder, MDD. Doctors' language, they call like that. So this one, it makes you hate life, you withdraw from everything, okay, but not in one shot. It's like it happens gradually, and others around you will not even know that you are suffering from this thing. And it affects your work, friendship, love, okay, gradually. Internationally, there are actually 9 symptoms which they tell, okay. In the WHO website also you can go and see, there are 9 symptoms, out of which at least 5 if you are starting to develop. That means you are moving towards depression in a slower way, but it may not be like 100% converted into depressed phase, but these are 9 symptoms, okay. So eating too much, eating too less, okay. It's like too much and too less, okay. It's not like you are one day you eat too much or one day I'm telling for a longer duration, okay. Then sleeping too much or sleeping too less, low mood all the time, no interest in the usual things which you do, feeling worthless or excessively guilty of something which you have done. You keep thinking of that and you feel like your life is miserable. Poor concentration, loss of energy, restlessness, like you are curious always, like I want to do that, I want to do this. Before even something happens, you want to know the result. You are always overthinking things, okay. then suicidal thoughts, which is the drastic one. So out of these things, if at least 5 if you are developing for a longer duration, for like 1 year or 2 year and all, that means you are having some serious problem. Okay, you are starting to develop some serious problem. It's not like you have already got it. So medical studies tells that, again, these people who develop these things don't take it seriously, or even if they understand it, they don't open up, they don't talk to people, and they take an average and tell, like, it takes at least 10 years for a person to realize that now at least I should go and tell someone. Okay, maybe your parents or friends or spouse or anyone. So that's how medical studies have taken the number. Now the causes of depression, it can be internal as well as external. Okay, maybe it is there in the genes, okay, that your brain is not developing the hormones correctly, that chemical imbalance happens in your brain. Okay, that is a genetic reason. Or environmental means you are brought up in certain conditions, you have seen many bad things in life, you have seen many drastic things in your life which is unbearable, and because of that you fear everything. Okay, you fear in your life also such things can happen. So that is the environmental conditions. Okay, so internal and external reasons can or cannot, okay, it is like may or may not. And these symptoms are all intangible, meaning you cannot check your temperature or take your blood sample test and tell like whether you are depressed or not. This cannot be tested. Okay, this cannot be done unless a very serious brain scanning can be done, and you can understand that some changes are happening. So that's what I'm telling. Even studies have proven that physical changes happen in your brain. Okay, your brain size, the smaller frontal lobe and this hippocampus, what they call, you see in picture, this thing actually starts shrinking. Okay, start getting smaller, and this actually happens when you're getting old and when your memory loss happens, or for serious diseases for memory loss. That is when this actually happens. But they have proven studies that for depression cases also this changes starts developing. Okay, your brain size, your shape of the brain, that starts changing. Okay, now the continuing this causes, there is abnormal change in the neurotransmitter. Okay, this may be for UPSC, you should know these kind of terms and all. Neurotransmitter, okay, that is the nerve cells, they interact with each other, and that is how you get all the reactions like this: happy, angry, joyful, or pleasure, or any feeling. It's because there are hundreds of brain cells, nerve cells communicating with each other. Okay, so the chemicals involved in that, the neurotransmitters, okay, this serotonin, norepinephrine, I don't know how you pronounce it, so dopamine, these are things which are called monoamines, and these are the things, if they go down in your brain, that means you are not you will not continue to get excited in the things which you do. You will feel gloomy, you will feel down. Okay, this is the scientific side of it. So this deregulation of hormones, bad sleep, it will cause dreams will be irregular. Okay, rapid eye movement they call. There is something called sleep paralysis also, which actually personally I have this problem. Okay, many people don't know that it's a thing which it's like normal also. It's not like some big disease or something. A sleep paralysis which you feel when you sleep. Okay, you in the middle of the night you wake up. Okay, your brain wakes up but your body is still asleep. Okay, most of you would have felt it. Whoever takes a lot of stress, whoever have serious problems and all in focusing things, you are studying all day, you are working all day, when you fall asleep, suddenly your brain wakes up. Okay, meaning your eyes are open but you cannot move even one finger of your body. Okay, and you feel like somebody is there in your room, somebody is trying to strangle you, so you lose breath. Okay, this happens. Okay, I have faced it multiple times a few years back. So this happens when you overwork. Okay, your brain is working too much. So that term is called sleep paralysis, and there is no treatment or anything for this. Only thing you can do is when you face this, you have to slightly try to move your little finger, okay, of your hand or leg. Try to move that finger because that is the maximum you can move. So when you move at least one part, your body wakes up. Okay, your body wakes up and suddenly you will be able to turn around the bed and you can get up from the bed. Okay, it's a real thing. Okay, it happened in my life, so I'm telling. So these kind of many things happen because your brain is overstressed. Okay, now the treatments can be with medications or without medications. Okay, so medications may work only 50% of the times. Okay, it is not like you give some medicines, you give some antidepressant pills and that person will get okay. It works only 50% of the time, and only if that person also is willing to change. Okay, and again, as I told, this medication is for improving that chemical. Okay, that dopamine level or serotonin level, they want to increase that in your brain. Also, they do this mental shock which they give you. It's not only for the mad people. Okay, it's also for people having depression. Controlled seizure of the brain is done because that resets it. Okay, that gives it has to be like precisely done. So that is there in some countries. It is done. So controlled seizure of the brain is also done, which they call ECT. Okay, and then transcranial magnetic stimulation is one more thing which I found on that website, which is one more thing which they are trying to do to restart the brain or maybe increase this chemical levels. Okay, so these are all medication things which is done. And not medicational treatment which is done is physical activities. The more you sweat it out, the more you run around, the more you have physical things being done, your chemical imbalances automatically start getting okay, your hormone imbalances start getting okay. That applies to everybody. That's why people tell you do yoga, do these things, run around, do physical activity for 20 minutes, repeat it 3 times a week, because this actually helps you. If you have a depression or not, focus on that physical activities. Cleaner diets, again, people tell to keep your body cool. Have more vegetables and fruits and all such things. Then psychotherapy, that is talking, going to a counselor, talking, and then it gets healed. So this is non-medicinal treatment. So this is what happens in the world for these things. Now how can you help? Like ask them the right questions. If somebody is there in your family, if somebody, your friend is there who is like for small things he or she is crying or always feeling like everything is a loss, everything like I am not good for anything, people will make fun of me. There are people, you will know at least one friend who is like this. So you can be there for them. That is the first thing. Ask them the right questions and just tell them in a very gentle way that this is normal. There are hundreds of lakhs of people facing the same thing. It's just like a disease. It's like diabetes or cholesterol or asthma. For that, what you will do, you go and seek medical help. Same way, this also go and seek medical help in the starting phase. In weeks or months, it will get cured. You will be fully into a new different life. So you have to be there as a friend and tell them gently this thing. They might not agree to it, but you have to be there and you have to try to change it. That's what you can do. Now the more you have conversation with your friend or whoever, that is better for them. Because studies have suggested that if you openly talk about this thing like suicidal attempts, suicidal tendencies, that person slowly stops trying that, stop doing that attempt. It's a proven thing. So that's why I'm telling, more you talk, the better it is. And again, more number of people, when they now start seeking treatment, the more brain cases doctors can see, then they'll understand that this is the reason, this is the symptom, this is how it can be cured. So more people approach the doctors, more international studies will be out. So it will help in more prevention and curation method, and you will know better about this. Now the suicides in India, if you see, the rate is, they tell 10.5 to 14 people per 1 lakh suicides. This is an estimate which many NGOs, which they do research on these things, they have given the statistics like this. Now the reasons they tell is this: love failure, exam failure, pressure from parents or relatives, fear of society, like if they've done something wrong by mistake and then they feel like I cannot face the society. Then financial stress, it applies to every field. It's not only the poor or rich, everyone. Farmers or businessmen. Then unemployment, again, like I cannot now give anything to my family back, what they'll think about me, then you go and suicide, but you don't think that what will the parents actually think when you are gone. So according to me, these are things which you see in news, but actual reasons, is because you don't love yourself or you don't believe in yourself. When you fail, when you struggle in something, you have to believe in yourself. That is what even we do here. We love ourselves the best. We keep telling you we are the best, we are the most trusted ones, we are the most this thing. Why? Because we know that we will get up again and we will deliver quality to you. So believe in yourself, love yourself first thing, more than loving anybody else. Love yourself. But that doesn't mean to become selfish. Now you don't know the fact that the only permanent people in life are your parents. Let it be whoever, let it be your siblings or your spouse or your anybody who comes later part in your life. They are all temporary and can go or can be in your life forever, but your parents will be there for you forever. If you have that one point in your mind, right, then 99% of suicide will not happen. If you know what parents means. So that is another important point. Then you care about your image and reputation more than being a nice person. For you, everything is image. If that gets shattered even a bit, then you cannot face anyone, and then you go and do. So these are reasons which I am telling in my angle, because I don't want to tell the same things which is happening in news. You don't know to accept failure. This now applies to students also. If one failure, two failure, three failure, that is understandable. But some people in the first failure itself, they cannot digest it. They cannot accept failure. They have been passing everywhere. So they think maybe the UPSC exam or maybe something which they go and attempt for the first time, which is a tougher exam with a higher competition. You think like you will easily clear. That overconfidence will later cause a big trouble for you. So you should know to accept failure. You don't have a goal or dream in life, and this is the one reason which most of the people have. You have no clue of what you have to do in life. You keep shifting your dreams, so any bad thing can affect you very badly. You don't have a vision. You don't have like by 2030 I'll become like this, or 2040 I'll do this, or like by this age I'll have this much wealth, or by this age I'll be in USA, I'll be working on site. If you don't have that vision, obviously when slightest thing happens, you will be taking drastic decisions because you never thought about the future anyway. You are just living that moment and you are not able to handle it. So always have some long-term goal, always have some visions and live for that. UPSC aspirants now, the last slide. UPSC aspirants dilemmas. You may have isolated from people. You are living alone. You are living with 1 or 2 friends alone for 1 year, 1.5 years. Okay, you are not even talking to your parents. These are all causing depressions inside you. Your loved ones may have left you. Okay, there are cases which happens like you. Some people will think like you are mad about this. Okay, you are studying like non-stop. You are talking only about UPSC. Whenever some people ask a normal thing to you, also you start telling stats and figures and things and all, because that is because you know a lot of things about this government, or you know a lot of things what is happening around you internationally or between countries. So when you talk, people think that you are simply being a geek or a boring person, or it actually backfires. Okay, people think that you are too much not normal. Okay, so and people starts mocking you, people starts commenting in the wrong way about you, like you are seen as someone who is what to say, don't know to talk normally. It happens. So UPSC aspirants face this on a daily basis. And then maybe if you have left your job, you're jobless for years. Okay, 2-3 years no job, you are bankrupt because your marriage get delayed, your parents starts pressurizing you. It happens in India. Okay, for especially girls and all, you are not given a chance to do more than 2 attempts or 3 attempts in UPSC. They just give you as if like, take 1 year, do what you want, and after that you will be like married off. So this kind of things happens in our country, and people then, the next part, when they go into a job then, or they go into a marriage life, that also doesn't be stable. Then they are facing problems there also. You get back to a job, suppose, then also you fail there, as I told. Okay, you cannot concentrate there. Now what you should realize is that you are special. You are someone of this 130 crore people. Only 5 lakh people, 6 lakh people have that big dream, and they go and fill the form and they sacrifice everything around them. You are attempting the toughest exam in this country. Okay, so realize your value. You are special. Okay, you sacrificed, as I told, friends, partying, even lost people who you thought will be the most important person in your life. Everybody has left you. You could have had all the fun, the secure income, like your friends, your roommates, stable life, that bike or car which your roommate bought. Now you could have also bought it if you were in that same job, but you left it because you had a bigger dream, a bigger vision. So you are special, and you should realize that. When everybody mocked you, everybody told this is not possible by you, like you are not even clearing prelims, what will you do? Like simply wasting 3-4 years, not getting any income also, you are simply sitting at home, troubling your parents. People tell you this, but you stayed strong. Or maybe your parents also supported you. Even when relatives are making fun of you, parents supported you. So you still stayed strong. So continue to do that. Don't listen to all these things. Okay, don't slip into phases where you cannot come back. Now you are the best, and you will be getting your dream sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. And whatever we can do at Vysh IAS, we will do at our best. Okay, to the best of our ability, we will be trying to support you. So this depression, sadness, feeling isolated, why I'm not clearing, keep it aside. Okay, 2021 batch, you are starting a fresh year now, and whoever is supporting you, I don't know, but we will be there to support you. Okay, so we want to tell you one more time that depression is something which is a serious problem, but we are trying to help you. Okay, so help us help you fulfill your dream. You can WhatsApp us, whoever in whichever part of this country, you can WhatsApp us. If you have problem in preparing for UPSC, if you have problem in your life, you can talk to us, you can discuss with us, but see to it that it is something serious. That's why I told you difference between a normal sadness and what is actual depression. Okay, so let's do it in style. UPSC is your dream, and we will help you get there. Okay, so I'll wind up this video now. I don't know whether I should have made this video or not, but if it has helped you, you can tell your feedback in the comment section. So thank you, and have a nice day.